Good morning students. So today I am with you again with the new topic, that is the chemical reactions of metal with acid. That is chemical reactions of acid. This is the sulfuric acid. So this is video number 5 of the metallurgy chapter, and in this topic we have to see that is reactions of metal with the sulfuric acid. Last video that is the video number 4, जिसकी लिंक इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में दी हुई है. आप लोगों को वो वीडियो देखना है ताकि ये वीडियो आपको समझ में आ जाए. So what happen when the sulfuric acid react with the metal? So generally sulfuric acid react with the metals and give rise to metal sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. But there is exceptions. बराबर है? There is exception to this rule, that is copper. Copper does not react with the sulfuric acid, but it react with the, obviously copper react with the sulfuric acid, but it does not liberate the hydrogen gas. Instead of it liberate the sulfur dioxide. So ये क्यों? Why this happen? So ये सब जो है along with the chemical reaction हम आज इस वीडियो में देखेंगे. So myself Mr. Rahul Tantarpale, and it's your channel, that is Tantarpale Sir Advanced Science Tutorial. So please subscribe the channel, press the bell icon, and to get all notifications of all video. Please like this video and share the video to all CBSE and state board students, even in case of MPSC and UPSC student also, because chemical reactions is common to all students. So again, this is the common video for the CBSE and state board 10 standard student. Along with a 9 standard student also can see this video to get the to get the information of all the chemical reaction. So let's start without disturbing the time. That is the chemical reactions of the metal with the sulfuric acid. What happened? What happened in case of sulfuric acid when the metal react with sulfuric acid? It give rise to metal sulfate salt with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So देखो यहाँ पे हम क्या देखने जा रहे हैं? मेटल की रिएक्शंस किसके साथ? सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ. So we can write the statement, that is when metal first of all we have to write the heading, that is a reaction of metals. A reaction of metals with sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. So what happen when the metal react with sulfuric acid? इसके लिए हम first of all general statements लिखेंगे. So when metal react with sulfuric acid, metal reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives corresponding sulfate salt with the liberations of hydrogen gas, with the liberation of hydrogen gas. So what is the statement I have written? So here when metal react with the sulfuric acid, it gives rise to metal sulfate, corresponding metal sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas, obviously. So we can write the general reaction, that is metal plus sulfuric acid, it gives metal sulfate, that is corresponding metal sulfate salt with the liberation of hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas get liberated. So this is the general chemical reactions when the metal react with the sulfuric acid. So in this case, what happened? Metal react with sulfuric acid, give rise to metal sulfate plus hydrogen gas get liberated. Another one thing I share with you, that is the मीन्स 9 स्टैंडर्ड के लिए बैच साइंस के लिए लॉन्च हो चुकी है. मीन्स दिस बैच इज स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द 1 June, that is 1st June. So means particular student be attention about this. So you can take the admissions for the 9th standard as well as 8th standard for the science and maths. Okay, so come to the point, that is when metal react with the sulfuric acid, it gives the corresponding salt with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So particularly हम एक पर एग्जांपल लेते हैं. For example, sodium metal solid react with the sulfuric acid, so it get converted to metal sulfate, that is sodium sulfate. So sodium sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So ये हो गया sodium sulfate. So this is one is the sodium and next one is the sulfuric acid. This is the sulfuric acid and along with this is the sodium sulfate. This is sodium sulfate. Another one, next one case of in case of that is the potassium. So when potassium react with the sulfuric acid, that is solid, so H2SO4 get converted to K2SO4, that is so potassium sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So this is the potassium react with sulfuric acid get converted to potassium sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas, Another one is magnesium. When magnesium react with the sulfuric acid, it get converted to magnesium solid state react with the sulfuric acid H2SO4. So obviously it get converted to, that is magnesium sulfate MgSO4 plus plus hydrogen gas get liberated. So here magnesium sulfate is obtained, magnesium sulfate along with the hydrogen gas get liberated. This is magnesium. So यहाँ पे हमें पर जो मीन्स अबोध जो केमिकल रिएक्शन दी हुई वहाँ पे हमें क्या करना है, बैलेंस करना है. जैसे कि यहाँ पे 2 सोडियम है तो यहाँ पे 2 लिखना पड़ेगा, K जो है यहाँ पे 2, लेकिन मैग्नीशियम की वैलेंसी जो है वो 2 है तो सल्फेट के साथ वो बैलेंस हो गया. So this is one is the chemical reactions of the sodium, potassium and magnesium. Along with हमें next one देखना है reactions of medium. These are the high reactive elements along with some for example calcium, aluminium, zinc, iron, copper, etc. So this reaction we can see one by one. So next one is the aluminium. When aluminium react with the sulfuric acid, that is means this is the sulfuric acid. So when aluminium react with the sulfuric acid, get converted to aluminium sulfate. This is the aluminium sulfate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So obviously यहाँ पे सल्फेट के 3 मॉलिक्यूल्स है, so obviously 3, हाइड्रोजन 6 हो गए तो यहाँ पे 3, so aluminium 2 है तो यहाँ पे 2. So what happen? Aluminium react with the sulfuric acid, get converted to aluminium sulfate with the liberation of hydrogen gas. So sodium, potassium, magnesium, aluminium, these are high reactive elements. Another one, if you take like the zinc solid state treated with the sulfuric acid, so obviously it get converted to zinc sulfate, so ZnSO4, and hydrogen gas get liberated. So यहाँ पे hydrogen gas liberate होगा. So this one is the zinc and this is the sulfuric acid. This one is the sulfuric acid. This is the zinc sulfate. This one is the zinc sulfate with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Another one, if we consider about the iron treated with the sulfuric acid, so it get converted to iron sulfate FeSO4 plus with the liberations of hydrogen gas. यहाँ पे hydrogen gas liberate होगा. So यहाँ पे iron, This is the sulfuric acid treated with the iron get converted to iron sulfate. यहाँ पे iron sulfate form होगा, बराबर है, with the liberations of hydrogen gas. So in this case what happen, जैसे कि हमने सोडियम, पोटेशियम, मैग्नीशियम, एल्यूमिनियम, जिंक, आयरन, ये सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ जब हम रिएक्ट करते हैं सो करस्पॉन्डिंग मेटल सॉल्ट इज ऑब्टेन्ड विद द करस्पॉन्डिंग मेटल सल्फेट सॉल्ट इज ऑब्टेन्ड विद द लिबरेशंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन गैस. लेकिन अगर हम कॉपर के साथ रिएक्शंस करते हैं Cu सॉलिड स्टेट प्लस H2SO4 sulfuric acid, so it get converted to CuSO4 plus SO2 gas with the liberations of water molecule H2O. So यहाँ पे 2s है तो यहाँ पे 2 हाइड्रोजन कितने हो गए 4, तो यहाँ पे मुझे ट्वाइस करना पड़ेगा, और जब ऑक्सीजन काउंट किए तो कितने हैं 8, सो 4 2 और 2 यानी कि 8 हो गए. सो दिस इज द बैलेंस केमिकल रिएक्शन. सो कॉपर प्लस सल्फ्यूरिक acid which on turning get converted to copper sulfate. This one is the copper sulfate. Sulfur dioxide gas and water molecule is formed. So why this reaction is occur? Generally क्या होता है, जब मेटल सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट होता है तो मेटल सल्फेट सॉल्ट एंड विद द लिबरेशंस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन गैस. बट इन केस ऑफ कॉपर व्हाट हैपन, यहाँ पे कॉपर जो है सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ जब रिएक्ट होता है सो सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड रिएक्ट विद द कॉपर गेट कन्वर्टेड टू कॉपर सल्फेट, नॉट हाइड्रोजन गैस इज लिबरेटेड or no hydrogen gas is liberated. Instead of sulfur dioxide gas get liberated along with the water. So why this happen? Because the अगर हम इसका reason देखते हैं तो reason is that copper is a least reactive element. Copper is least reactive element and H2SO4 यानी कि sulfuric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. Let we continue this statement again. सो यही रिएक्शन हम फिर से लिखते हैं एक बार. कॉपर सॉलिड स्टेट प्लस सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड दैट इज H2SO4 गेट कन्वर्टेड टू CuSO4 plus SO2 gas get liberated along with water molecule that is H2O. So this is in a gaseous state. So this is the copper. Next one is the sulfuric acid plus it gives rise to copper sulfate, sulfur dioxide. This is sulfur dioxide and water molecule is formed. So obviously what is the reason behind it? Copper is the least reactive and hydrogen sulfate or sulfuric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. What happened? So copper is least reactive and as it is a strong oxidizing agent, it means its cell get reduced and oxidized to copper. How? So देखो यहाँ पे कॉपर की जो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट है वो वहाँ पे 0 है अकॉर्डिंग टू रेडॉक्स रिएक्शंस या फिर ऑक्सीडेशन मेथड. सो यहाँ पे कॉपर की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट जो है वो 0 है और यहाँ पे जो कॉपर की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट हो गई वो +2 हो गई. तो यहाँ पे कॉपर का ऑक्सीडेशन हो गया और हाइड्रोजन यहाँ पे सल्फर की अगर हम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट देखते हैं तो कितनी आ जाएगी, हाइड्रोजन यानी कि 1 पॉजिटिव मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 प्लस ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ सल्फर ये निकालनी है प्लस -2 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, टोटल है 4 मल्टीप्लाइड इक्वल टू 0. सो +2 इन ब्रैकेट प्लस यस -8 so equal to 0. so ये +2 -8 equal to -6 और सल्फर जो है वो सल्फर की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट अगर इधर के साइड में जाता है तो +6. यहाँ पे सल्फर की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +6 है और यहाँ पे सल्फर की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +2. यहाँ पे अगर देखते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली +2 आ जाएगी. यहाँ पे +4 आती है और यहाँ पे +2 आते हैं. So obviously sulfuric acid cell get reduced. sulfuric acid, shall get reduced and oxidized to copper as a copper sulfate. On the other hand, we can say that the copper shall get reduced and oxidized to hydrogen, also to water. And due to this reason, copper react with the sulfuric acid, it does not liberate hydrogen gas. Instead of it get converted to copper sulfate, SO2 gas get liberated and H2O is also formed. So sulfuric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It shall get reduced and oxidized to copper as a copper sulfate or oxidized to hydrogen as a water, and here SO2 gas get liberated. So यहाँ पे अगर हम reactivity देखते हैं, किसकी reactivity? Metal react with the sulfuric acid. So reactivity of the metal with the sulfuric acid. So sodium potassium is strong reactive. Sodium potassium is strong reactive than the high reactive than the magnesium as comparative to aluminum, as comparative to zinc, as comparative to iron, and least reactive is the copper. So here in this case, sodium potassium are strong reactive or high reactive as comparative to magnesium, as compared to aluminum, zinc, iron, and copper is the least reactive element. So this is the chemical reaction. This is the chemical reactions of the copper with the sulfuric acid. So this is the reactivity order as well as chemical reactions. So I have written the heading, that is the reactions of metal with nitric acid. First of all, we have seen that is the reactions of metal with the hydrochloric acid. So when metal react with hydrochloric acid, it gives rise to metal chloride salt with the liberations of hydrogen gas. Next one, we have seen here copper is exception because copper does not react with the dilute hydrochloric acid because it is a least reactive element. Another one, when metal react with sulfuric acid, it get converted to metal sulfate. With the liberations of hydrogen gas. But copper is still here also exceptions, because when copper react with sulfuric acid, it does not liberate hydrogen gas. Instead of it liberate the sulfur dioxide. यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन गैस लिबरेट नहीं होता है, इंस्टेड ऑफ सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड गैस लिबरेट होता है. So obviously what happen when the copper react with sulfuric acid, then it gets converted to metal sulfate, that is copper sulfate plus SO2 and hydrogen gas की जगह पे वहाँ पे वाटर फॉर्म होगा. नेक्स्ट वन, अब यहाँ पे देखना है हमें मेटल रिएक्शंस विद द नाइट्रिक एसिड. So generally metal react with nitric acid, it get converted to metal nitrate, and nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It shall get reduced to any one oxide, maybe NO, NO2 of the NO or NO2, and another one is the water molecule is also formed. So यहाँ पे particularly जब metals react with nitric acid, that is HNO3. So HNO3, so यहाँ पे क्या होगा, metal nitrate salt is obtained. Metal nitrate salt plus any one oxide of the metal, nitrogen, that is NO or NO2 or maybe N2O, along with water molecule is formed. Why this happen? Because nitric acid, that is HNO3, is a strong oxidizing agent. But here exception, that is the manganese and magnesium. When react with the nitric acid, it get converted to metal nitrate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. ये बात ध्यान में रखना है. उनसे magnesium and manganese, when react with the nitric acid, it get converted to metal nitrate with the liberations of hydrogen gas. Other any one metals, when react with the nitric acid, it get converted to metal nitrate salt along with nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, or N2O along with water. अब हम देखते हैं एक्शंस ऑफ नाइट्रिक एसिड, एक्शन ऑफ नाइट्रिक एसिड ऑन कॉपर, ऑन कॉपर, copper. So what is the action of dilute and concentrate nitric acid on the copper? So what happens when copper react with the concentrate sulfuric acid? When copper, that is solid state, treated with concentrate HNO3, that is aqueous HNO3, this is concentrate sulfuric acid, get converted to CuNO3, CuNO3 by 2 plus नेक्स्ट वन इज द NO. यहाँ पे क्या फॉर्म होता है, यहाँ पे NO2 गैस विद द लिबरेशंस ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल, NO2 गैस विद द लिबरेशंस ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल, ये ऐसा फॉर्म होगा. सो हियर नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड इज फॉर्म. सो हियर कॉपर रिएक्ट विद द नाइट्रिक एसिड, get converted to copper nitrate, nitrogen dioxide and EH2O molecule is formed. This is the copper, this is concentrate nitric acid, concentrate nitric acid, along with this is the copper nitrate, nitrogen dioxide and water molecule is formed. So यहाँ पे अब बैलेंस करना पड़ेगा. इधर के साइड में अगर देखते हैं तो नाइट्रोजन जो है वो 3 है और यहाँ पे जो देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन 2 है. तो हमें बैलेंस करने के लिए अगर मैं यहाँ पे 4 से मल्टीप्लाइड करूंगा तो यहाँ पे 2 हो गए और यहाँ पे 2 मल्टीप्लाइड करना पड़ेगा. फिर ऑक्सीजन अगर देखते हैं तो ऑक्सीजन कितने हो गए, यहाँ पे 6, 4 और देन नेक्स्ट वन हाइड्रोजन भी 4 है तो यहाँ पे 2 से मल्टीप्लाइड करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस इज द कॉपर रिएक्ट विथ नाइट्रिक एसिड गिव राइज टू कॉपर नाइट्रेट along with nitrogen dioxide. ये हो गई reactions of copper with concentrate nitric acid. Along with next one is the copper when treated with nitric acid. When copper treated with nitric acid, लेकिन dilute nitric acid. This is copper. Copper treated with the dilute nitric acid, that is aqueous. So it get converted to CuNO3 by 2 plus NO, nitrogen monoxide plus nitrogen monoxide, this is the gas state, and water molecule is formed, H2O is formed. This is copper nitrate and nitrogen monoxide is formed, copper nitrate. बराबर है. So this is another one is if you balance the chemical reaction, so 3 copper or thrice copper react with the 8 HNO3 get converted to thrice CuNO3 by 2 plus next one the twice NO plus 4 H2O molecule, that is बराबर है. So this is the balanced chemical reaction. This is balanced chemical reactions for the when the copper react with the dilute nitric acid. बराबर. So this is the chemical reaction. This is the chemical reaction in which copper react with the concentrate nitric acid as well as dilute nitric acid. So यहाँ पे क्या होता है, copper जो है वो least reactive element है. Copper is a least reactive element. When it react with the concentrate nitric acid or dilute nitric acid, it gives different particularly product. यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म होगा तो यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन मोनोऑक्साइड फॉर्म होगा. सो these are the chemical reactions in which copper in which we have seen that is the metal reaction with the nitric acid.